Hey everybody, welcome to a Southern California adventure. Darlene and I have brought the grandkids here to visit Uncle Mike and Sarah and her side of the family for Christmas and New Year's. I had a chance to fly all kinds of cool stuff while we were out here, and then I got to put it together, and now I'm going to share it with you. What we need to do is throw on our flight gear and check out Southern California from the upside. This is what they call Cold Springs Canyon. This is one of many canyons that makes up the Santa Ynez mountain range here on California's west coast. And that beautiful structure we got right there, that is called Cold Springs Canyon Arch Bridge. It carries Highway 154 across the mouth of this canyon. You see that little road underneath the bridge? That little one under there? That's called Stagecoach Road. Stagecoach Road used to play a big part in getting people through this area before this fancy highway with the big old bridge. Used to get through here with horses and stagecoaches. I imagine that was a little bit rougher travel back then. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Isn't this a beautiful view? Oh my goodness, look at this place. That lake we got way off in the distance over there is called Lake Cachuma. No particular reason, just a little FYI. Oh wow, check out the canyon from a little bit different perspective. I like it. Really a gorgeous view. Anyway, you see that road snaking along the far side of the canyon there? That's called Stagecoach Road also. It meets up with the one that comes in from this side. They meet at the very head of this canyon off to the right. Way back in the day, when the horses used to drag those stagecoaches through here, they thought they needed what they would consider a gas station of sorts today. They called it a stagecoach stop. Needed to water those horses, give them some hay, and let the people in the coach get out and stretch their legs. That's a far cry from the way we travel today. Look at this beautiful thing. These people fly across this canyon and hardly know it's even here. California built this bridge in 1963 for $2 million just so they could do that. I think it works great. It's a beautiful thing. Remember that stage stop we talked about earlier? Well, the original structure was built back in 1860, right about here. You know what? That structure is still sitting there, and today it's more popular than it ever was. Matter of fact, the day that we were there, they had a band playing live right out front of the main tavern. These guys were fantastic. I've attached a file here so you guys can have a little bit of a listen as to what we heard that day. Check it out.
Going fishing all the time, I'm going fishing too. Adventure of life, urban might not catch more fish than you. Got good bait, red hair, something I'd like to relate. Any fish bite, you got good bait. Mama going fishing, baby going fishing too.
Isn't that great? Anyway, let's go check out where Darlene and I stay while we come here. It's got to be nice. Life's a beach. And oh, what a beach it is! This gorgeous place is called Ventura Beach. It sits about 35 miles south of Santa Barbara on California's Pacific coast. There's actually a surfer in the water here today. You see him? Anyway, Darlene and I have been coming here for a long, long time. This is like our home away from home when we come to visit California. We're owners here at a place called Harbortown Point Resort. It's a beautiful resort that sits on a peninsula nestled between Ventura Harbor and a wonderful waterfront community called Ventura Keys. The harbor's over there on the right. That harbor provides all kinds of excursions from whale watching to deep sea fishing to just about anything you want to do on the water. A lot of shopping. It's a great place to go. That's the resort right there on the tip of that peninsula. How cool is that? We love it here. Anyway, enough of this homebody stuff. Let's go see if we can find something else to fly over. Boats are cool, but I like trains. And here it is. Welcome to the Tehachapi Loop. The Loop is nestled in the Tehachapi Mountains between Bakersfield and the high desert of Mojave, sitting right here next to Highway 58. When Darlene and I used to live up here in Tehachapi, we'd bring our kids here all the time. What kid doesn't want to get up close and personal with a great big old train like this? They used to get a kick out of putting quarters on the track. Did you know that the Tehachapi Loop is considered an engineering feat for its day? I didn't know that. In 1998, it was named a National Civil Engineering Landmark by the state of California. Something else I didn't know. What I do know is that this area is very busy for the railroads. There's over 40 trains that come blowing through here every day. And I also know that this loop is just under 3/4 of a mile around, so any train that's more than 4,000 feet will pass over itself while it's in this loop. Check that out. Well, as absolutely cool as this thing is, our next flight is over something that is known worldwide as the embodiment of entertainment. It is so popular, in fact, that people come here from everywhere just to stand and have their picture taken in front of it. I mean, check this lady out. She's in the middle of the road, standing there, wanting somebody to take her picture, looking like she's holding it up. It's absolutely fascinating. You believe that? Oh my God, we gotta park this car. These people are headed someplace that I might want to fly. Come on, I think there's a place to park up here on the right. On our walk up there, we ran across these guys. They're flying their own drone. How cool is that? Kind of substantiates the whole day, doesn't it? We got our own up and away to get done. Things are really going to get cool now. We're going to go flying with the stars. Here we are, top of another mountain with Burbank in the background. I want to welcome everybody to Hollywood, California. Look at that thing, isn't that gorgeous? I have been wanting to fly that sign since I got this drone. How cool is that? Oh my. That sign commands a great position on the side of Mount Lee here in the Hollywood Hills of Southern California. Beautiful thing. And you thought this was probably the brainchild of some Hollywood elite, some movie star. Nope, not likely. There was a developer here in 1923 that was making a neighborhood that was out of the roaring 20s of the Los Angeles area, and he called it Hollywoodland. This sign used to have 13 letters and each one of them was outlined in white lights. And there were big old spotlights below it, bringing it to everybody's attention. What a deal this thing was. It was only supposed to be here for 18 months, and then it was all going to be torn down. However, something known as the Golden Age of Hollywood and the American cinema started gaining popularity. The city of Hollywood thought that they needed something to really make their town pop. And this sign was going to punch that ticket. They had that contractor just leave it there. From sometime in 1924 until today, this sign has had a couple of very extensive upgrades. The first one happened in 1949. They hired a contractor to pull the last 4 letters off the end of this thing. L-A-N-D, gone. They also had them take all the lights out from each of those letters. They wanted to look just like it does today. Problem is, it was still made out of wood. And wood deteriorates really badly. So by 1978, this sign was in desperate need of repair once again. Only this time, it was an American playboy that came to the rescue. Hugh Hefner and 8 of his millionaire buddies got together and decided we'll each take a letter. And we will do this thing upright. And do it upright they did. They made each one of these letters out of steel and concrete. Steel letters steel structure, concrete footers. This baby's going nowhere. And that's the sign you see today. It even has a maintenance contract to keep the corrosion off of it and a fresh paint job every few years. How cool is that? Well, I sure hope everybody enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Well, from the top of Mount Lee here in the Hollywood Hills of Southern California, I will leave you all with a beautiful view of the LA Basin. How sweet is that? Thanks for watching. Y'all come again now.